guess it would help the whole stream experience if I like turned on my mic and my camera instead of not doing either of those things,
Well, we've
right?
always been each other's greatest nemesis. Nemesis.
Shut up and take my money.
On that?
Daily meditation.
Yeah, everybody's in here simultaneously. What's up?
When we wanted to ORNOT.
The punst does continue. It never stops. I wish it was intentional, but I did an hour of cookie clicker before taking Daemon to birthday dinner. Then got back from said dinner just in time to disrobe, spend my cookies, and hop in a stream chat and type this message. Well, you know what? I appreciate the false emperor. One way or the other. I didn't know I could change my volume that way. That's something cool. What's up, Mew? How are you? Clip, Claire, Mew, Clip, Claire. You're all here. I love you all. Oh shit, and Adam?
Daily medication.
I might be able to interact with it. Or you could all just have some patience. Hold on. Let me see what I can do about that.
And that was how we learned that Claire isn't wearing pants.
Yeah, fair. Where is... Shit, where is that setting? Oh jeez, there's so many things. Howdy, what's up, Rube? Okay, just did a hobby supply? Fuck yeah, hobby resupply. If you want me in the ants, you have to literally pay me. Dresses are not a baby. I do not know off the top of my head how to make it so that not everything plays at once. So, you all gotta just appreciate the fact that it's gonna be a cacophony frequently, unless you all stagger your entrance. Or at least for tonight, that is the issue. Claire, do you want ants? Because this is how you get ants. By making an ants reference in front of Adam, and then that will get you ants. Stagger schmagger.
Yes. Well, you can't.
So much punts in this fucking chat right now. It couldn't get punster if we punced and tried. I'm wearing some booty shorts. Well, that's dope. Now you're gonna get a Mingus Kingus before I can drop my stupid shit I usually post as my first message. Well, if you want, you only get it when you... Wait. Never mind. Brain yes. Brain doesn't know how. Tonight, I'm painting, actually, a model granted to me. Acquired on my behalf. Not granted, I think. I don't remember whether I paid you back for this or not, but boy, it's been a while. Literally a bucket list mini for me. This 3rd edition. Yeah, oh, is that as tight as it gets? Oh, that's, I mean, as zoomed in as it gets. Yes, love this model. Acquired on my behalf by Adam. So we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna paint this. I love the comments someone made in Whips. Oh shit, I don't even have Discord open. That's why my phone keeps going off. What kind of life am I living? How's everybody's fucking Friday night going? Speaking of non sequiturs.
Shut up and take my money.
Juan Diaz is an amazing sculptor,
Juan
and I
Diaz.
wish he was still doing 40k minis.
Yeah, I'll second that. I'll all that and a bag of chips. I agree. If you want proof of them being on, you'll need another 17 to match Bezos's rate. Woof. No, I didn't watch the video because I forgot. I didn't set a reminder in my phone, so I didn't Oh my god. Adam, do you have anything other than a complaint for me today? I can't allow the questions fast enough. It doesn't say your name anymore. It doesn't. Do you want it to say your name? You're just observing? Okay. Well, my parents taught me that if you observe, it's a complaint. And that's why I go to therapy. My brain's firing on all cylinders right now, you know, in case you couldn't fucking tell. Only worked half a day, been chilling since? Fuck yeah. Anyway, Mew, I didn't watch because I'm
Shut up
behind.
and take my money.
Chekhov's observation.
Yeah, I didn't set a reminder, so I didn't remember. Because that's how my life works. That's how my brain does. Or doesn't, I guess, actually, technically. What's up, everybody? I feel like I need to give some shout-outs, at least to, my bearded friend who isn't Ronald Reagan. Oh, yes. Why is my camera like this? Can you relax? It's pulsing. Two submission boxes, one for Adam and one doesn't have the one that doesn't have a 50% shredder rate. Yeah, a little bit. Holy shit, everybody's putting points in. Everybody's putting points in. We're at 83%. 350,000 points, y'all. Do we know if Tedward honored his oath? Drew, did Ted make it go? Did Ted occur to you today? Did Ted happen to you, or did he lie? June is elbow deep in what's that game called? Horizon Forbidden West, because the DLC dropped.
My darling, am I pleased to see you?
There you go. It's happening. God, why camera? Why are you being like this today? Can we just agree to disagree? Well, that kind of worked. Oh, this cord's in the way though. 84%. What's up, everybody? Did Ted Cruz with you? No, not Ted Cruz, not the man who ate my son, but Tedward, Our Lady of the Burning Cross. Ted's a Catholic saint, apparently. This is news, I'm sure, to him, in addition to myself. But yeah, Juan Diaz is dope. This is a great mini. I've been wanting to paint this mini for as long as I've been playing Warhammer. And I'm finally doing it. I'm out of drink and Bennett wants to abandon stream early. That's so early, though. I literally it's less than 10 minutes. If someone who's not you redeems it, I will be cool with it. Otherwise, no. I don't know where you put my phone charger. It's still in the kitchen. I didn't move it. There's some wild energy in the fucking chat tonight. I love that is getting asked on stream. That's what it's when you plunced, you just don't stop. The first time I saw that Ted Cruz sticker in the wild was funny enough in the neighborhood I deliver in that we almost have to drop from our map because of how white it is. Like Amanda and I texting back and forth from opposite ends of the couch. I mean, I do that. Well, no, she never responds, but I text her from the same room all the time. Because I think it's just deathly funny. Should we definitely do when there's other people in the room we want to have a semi-private combo real quick? I mean, who doesn't do that? Like, show of hands, who doesn't do that? Everybody does that, right? When you need the surreptitious conversation, you just text someone who's in the room. Sorry, my mom said something racist. How often does your mom say something racist? Inquiring minds want to know. Is it often enough that you need to text frequently in the same room? Our DSP is majority people of color, and the people in that neighborhood complain and even call the cops on most of our drivers in branded vans and branded uniforms. Ah, that's... yeah. That's rough. That sucks. I hate that. I just want my camera to stop shaking awkwardly. And focus. If I press the button all the way down, does that do something? Maybe. Alright. Try to do that with Bennett, but they just read it out loud because they don't know subtlety. Also that. Subtlety is lost on me. Which, you know. I'm not often in the same room as my mom, and I won't see her for a while because she's recovering from her reconstruction post-bilateral mastectomy. Wow. That's a lot of words to say that she got him yoinked off. That was extremely disrespectful of me. Wait, why? Okay, what if I do this? Oh, camera's now in the way. Huh? Is that what it is? Now... What if... Oh, can I get it down here? We're just gonna... Y'all are just gonna have to enjoy my camera moving a lot real quick. Okay, can I do like this? Just really get in there. Let's zoom out and see how that looks first. Get these wires out of my face. I don't need them in my life. Not like this. Not right now. But if I put you right here... Oh, look at this view. Look at this view. Except it's kind of dark. What if I put the light over here? Oh my. Then I turn on this light, and I get a cross beam, and now I can't see my computer. She got him yoinked up last year, healed up, went through chemo, was declared cancer-free, just got him resculpted, got discharged, went home. This is annoying me. I hate this. We're gonna go back to the way it was before I tried to get fancy with it. And we're just gonna live our dreams together. I think I married my cousin Reboot, but wouldn't that be like... Isn't Reboot a fucking French name? Wouldn't I have to be frogging it up? I despise subtlety. It is not important or good in any way. It doesn't need to exist.
Put your fucking hands up!
I'm not even painting, you fucking pain in the ass. This sucks. I hate it here. I'm salty tonight. We're having a time. Why? Why did the... Okay, now it's out of frame. But now it's also... Huh? How low can I go? I never have software issues. I don't know what you're talking about. It's not like every Friday is just a complete fucking shit show that makes me really, really mad. The ultimate rebuttal to that sound is just start playing Rubber Duck Simulator. I'm gonna ban those words. Inappropriately using that command and then your flavic acid response may get old eventually, but it hasn't yet. I'm gonna paint. I'm not reading chat for at least 30 seconds. I'm just gonna paint a model. And you're all just gonna have to live with the fact that I don't know how long 30 seconds is. I'm not doing it. I'm not looking at chat. Okay, it was less than 30 seconds, but I don't actually know if it was less than 30 seconds. Because I looked up to just see 30 whole seconds, and frankly, I don't know. I have no idea how long that was. I didn't time it. I don't set timers. I do set timers, but mostly when I'm cooking or trying to clean something. And that was neither right there. What is everyone's least favorite anime? Go. This is less a hardware issue and more the crippling limitations of meat space. Shit. Alright. True. Alright. We're going so throwback on this.
Take my money.
What even?
Yes, return to your Fedal attempt to paint, you mini hobbyist
Fedal?
Sisyphus.
Fettle? What's a fettle? Mini hobbyist Sisyphus, though. That's a good one. That I honestly might just make that my tagline. What am I gonna say? That's I don't like medieval? Words hurt. I'm giving you a hard time, Claire. This is the case of me knowing exactly what you're saying, and I'm just being difficult for the fun. For funsies. So yeah, I'm going way old school with this, and I'm even painting this the way that I used to paint my word bearers. No metallic undercoat. Just going straight to a red base on a black primer. You know, I'm not gonna stick to the way I used to paint my word bearers, but I'm starting here at least. We'll see how far it gets us. Words do hurt. You know, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will just hurt, period. If you put mini hobbyist Sisyphus on merch, I expect the concepts in my size and mailbox. I can make that happen. Yes! My favorite Demon Prince, despite how dope the new one looks. Which, I mean, I also have that Demon Prince, but I haven't built it yet. So, different sort of thing. But not super different. Maybe if I just zoom in part one. But damn, we got people out in force tonight. Is Friday night just the night to do stuff? To hang out? To kiss? Still have 2 of them plus the new one? I mean, so this is my only one of this era, but I do have 6 of the ones that came after this. Is it 6? 5? Friday is my midweek weekend. Yeah, well, I guess some people, some people don't work a normal Monday, Wednesday, 9 to 5 experience. And by some, I mean, actually most of the world doesn't work like that. That's really just a privileged few who live that life. So that's something. What kind of meat body? What kind of meat body? It's an important question that the world's been trying to answer. A whole bunch of your word bearers are pleasing the ruinous powers like it's their dang job. Yes. Well, no, some of them are like canonically not word bearers, but are allied to the gods particularly and are like that. I said intelligently and helpfully. Still need to paint the old Azazel. Holy moly! Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday is a weird. Is weird. It's a weird way to do that, but I'm not Beth Jesus, so I don't make the rules. I don't know if I'm gonna keep these Pokeyati parts red or not, but it feels like it. Pleasing the Ruinous Powers is my partner's new official role. Well, Claire, you're not the Ruinous Powers. There's not a fucking chance. You are too fey to be the Ruinous Powers. I love you and respect you. I also hate you. But that's not That's not your style. But how's everybody doing? How's everybody's week? How was everyone's week? Tell me about your days and your
Shut up and
lives.
take my money.
Rats for the brat god.
Brats for the brat god.
Subs for the sub throne. Nope, this is something else. The sub throne is definitely different from the skull throne. Very, very different.
Shut up and take my money.
I mean, I am a ruinous power in your life. The friendship element of aggravation.
Did you hear the way that text-to-speech delivered I mean? That was catty. That was uncalled for. Wow. I mean... That was like the butler in the nanny levels of disrespectful. I think I'm gonna do this hand armor and the other hand meat. It's the exact tone you should read I mean anytime I say it, to be completely honest, and I say it often. Oh, I know. I have the texts. Texts. I guess they're texts. The Discord messages to prove it. I don't know if we've ever texted. If we do, I have no idea what your phone number is. Or if we have, not if we do. I can use words with my mouth. Okay, so do I want to paint his face like armor or like Flash? Do I do the transition even? No, I think I'll do it like Flash. Time to drop it to base. Do I have this paint on my palette already? I do. I returned to make a cup of ramen. Oh, I had to make a cup of ramen. Mew, congratulations on your return to the absolute shit show that is tonight's stream. We have texted rarely since the playgroup switched fully to Discord. I think my last message to you was during the shitstorm that was the opening of Death and Taxes. Oh shit. So that was you? I got a phone number that I didn't recognize. Apparently I don't have your number saved, Claire. So I didn't know who that was. Lol. Apparently some dude who's riding the Muskie Man put out the idea that people will pay $50 a day on weed but won't pay $8 a month for Twitter, and everybody who's ever purchased weed immediately clowned on him. I thought he gave you my new number. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't know you got a new phone. I barely keep track of my own stuff, let alone other people's. I'm mad about this. I don't know how I did this so good. Holy moly! Holy shit! That's a lot of people. Creep Show, how are you doing tonight? I'm having a time and a fucking half.
Hello there. Hello there.
Oh god, I can't type. Shout out to Darling Creep Show if you want a just dope ass painter.
Homeboy, my rotten soldier. He's my sweet cheese.
Hello
My
there.
good time boy.
Oh my word. So many people. Welcome in. It's Friday. I'm panicking. Calmly, quietly panicking. What'd you do on stream tonight? What'd you paint? I'm assuming you painted. That's probably an incorrect assumption. But, what'd you paint? What'd you do? Tell me about your day. Tell me how everything went. Finished up a base? Hell yeah. This is what it feels like to be on the receiving end of a raid. It's extremely plunced. Finished up a base. Alright, alright. What oh, thank you for all the follows. I know I heard that go off a couple times and I have not properly processed. But I appreciate it, y'all. I appreciate it. Oh no, can't talk. Kentucky Fried Creature, thank you so much. Mythical Family, hell yeah. Ooh, Copper Patina is extremely dope. Oh shit, and then Clip's just out here. Clip's just out here being Clip. Thank you for gifting all those subs, Clip.
Clip had gifted a tier 1 sub to Ministro_Pizzaro.
Please send me your
Oh, alright.
today.
Yes, Copper Patina's dope. I'm
Clip had gifted a tier 1 sub to Kentucky Fred Creature.
Please send me your bones.
had so much fun with it. Hell yeah. Did you use one of those fancy schmancy like Dirty Down products, or did you like just create? Did you create your patina? You know. 'Cause I love me some Dirty Down, but also it's not the same life experience as like making it. Hell yeah. Oh my god, I'm not accustomed to all these experiences occurring.
Lineb88 just subscribed. Clippert gifted a tier 1 sub to Lineb88.
Clip, you're a champion and I love you. And hey, I love everybody else. Want to try a paint with ground copper in it and just literally patina it? Didn't even have a turquoise, you had to mix your own? That's inconvenient. But it's... Are you a Dagoth meme enjoyer? I love Dagoth memes. I don't know why, I don't know how you read my mind like that. But yes, absolutely. It's deep in my veins. I'm an Ian Nasir meme fanatic. No, Ian Nasir is a different dude. Well, a little bit different. Dagoth has actually endorsed this channel. That's true. You can. I can find that video somewhere. I don't know if it's on this computer or the other one, but So, Creepshow is what's the base for? I know you do a lot of D&D minis. Is it a big boss monster, or what are we doing mostly with this base? And also just welcome everyone. I am. Tonight's actually probably a really good example of who I am as a human. Just disorganized, confused, can barely talk, chaotic. You can follow Holy Fireman on the clock app to see it. Oh yeah, that's right. I should just do my little social shout out, right? That makes sense, wouldn't it? A huge stag creature covered in tree roots, mushrooms, and flowers. Oh wow, I can't spell. That is a perfect use for a heavily patina and copper base. Yeah, there we go. That's the one. That's the one. That's the one that's got all the stuff on it. I'm gonna let all that stuff dry. Need to go eat some dinner, but you'll be lurking. Well, thank you for the lurk, Creepshaw. I appreciate. Always wonderful to see you. Painting a bucket list mini from my teenage years. Sol Cial is a region in a fantasy setting. Mew, you realize you just suggested that I get up and leave right now. With Wifey's thirsty. I know that she wants a drink, but this timing feels like imperfect. I also have no idea what I'm doing. Metal? Do I want to do metal yet? No, I don't. Let's start with some flesh tones. Caught me at the very, very flattering just throwing base coats on things. Ooh, this is almost dry. I don't like that. So it all looks like a huge mess. But it is. It's always a mess. That's art, baby. It's got me in cheer jail for emoji again. What? It's cheer jail? Like you use too many things?
Shut up and take my money.
Poop, poop, poop,
Yep.
poop, 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 poop.
That could just be a sign from Twitch to give up your indulgent ways and stick to only one emoji instead of a ton of them. But that also sounds pretty unbelievable now that I say it. I was trying a bunch of different ones and it was like, no. It didn't even... Oh.
Shut up and take my money.
Cheer jail, where everyone knows your sentencing.
Whoa. I didn't expect a Cheers joke, but I also forget that Cheers exists because I'm not a 50-year-old straight man. So I can't be expected to remember the existence of Cheers. I know I just did a called shot onto at least some of y'all. And just know I love you. But not as much as you love Cheers. I'm 42, thank you very much. That being said, and I say this lovingly, you're ACAB norm. I don't know what that means. What is that? Like, literally, what does that mean? Because I've never seen Cheers. I know nothing about Cheers other than it's a bar. It's a bar, and it's in Boston? Question
Shut up and
mark?
take my money.
Assigned cabinet at birth.
Signed cop at birth.
Shut up and take my money.
Oh baby, I hear the gods a calling, burnt offerings and scrambled eggs.
A calling. Norm is the guy in Cheers that always had a quip about how badly he needs a drink. Oh, so... Oh, well, that was a really nice way to call me an alcoholic. Thank you. But you're not wrong. Where is this one paint? Oh, there it's free real estate. Yeah, fuck it. I'm being messy. I'm not worried about it. Nerevar, Moon and Stars, come have a look at this holy fireman guy on Instagram. By all tribes unmourned. I wish I could paint tiny little toy soldiers like this guy. It's not alcoholism when it's funny. I have bad news for you. It's still alcoholism. It's just also funny. Things can be two things. Now, if you don't mind me, drink my Shabbat one. Why is my phone being weird? Are you just gonna stop or not? Maybe? We'll find out. We'll find out in the future. I can send that to the house in a new script if we want it. I mean, I'm always gonna. Why did we get a rip from that? Why did we get a rip from that? What? Oh. Oh, because there's a rip in script. That's why. That's why. Script. I will never turn down more Dagoth in my life. I might eventually at some point turn down more Dagoth in my life. But today is not that day. Fuck it, we're doing it. We're doing it. I'm not being well behaved with my paint maneuvers right now. Poem for your Sprog. I feel like the real Denethor Are You poem for your Sprog is like a sleeper cell activation sentence. I mean, that's actually that's not a bad little blenderino. Kind of start off. I promise I actually know how to paint, y'all. Feeling very self-conscious tonight. We started off on a weird note and we just haven't stopped. And you know, honestly, it's just because of all the plunced. We just don't have room for all the plunced in here right now. Even small brush. Let's go. On Friday, we do weird notes. I think that's fair. I think if there's any day where you can just be just uncomfortably weird, it's got to be Friday. Maybe Saturday. With this many people watching, we really ought to do this. Are you about to fucking... Oh, okay. I thought you were going to malort me. I was going to cry. It's like, no, don't malort me. Yeah, the Discord should have been shouted out. My bad. If y'all want to join the Discord or like, you know, follow and all those things, you get this all the time. It never stops. It's sort of actually a curse, and you will have to go to a witch to get it looked at and removed. But at least then you'll be with a witch. And there's much worse things in life than being around witches. As a rule, witches are pretty hot. What do I want to do next? More base experiences? I think that's the one. God. That was a lot more than I intended, but that's fine. We'll survive. Life goes on. Alright, so now is also a perfect time for me to do my obligatory wacky questions for everyone to answer. My icebreaker questions. For instance, what is, in your opinion, the ugliest bird? And what would you change about it to make it less ugly? Shouldn't say this, but I've donated enough points to torturing you in other ways that I cannot currently malort you, and I fucking appreciate that, honestly. I'm so hyped about the possibility of doing a blind paint stream that it makes up for the fact that I'm not drinking the most disgusting liquor on the planet, you know? It really improves my day. Are we gonna do it? We're gonna do it. Can I get down there? Birds equals dinosaurs. That's true! The ugliest bird is any bird that's supposed to have feathers and currently has less than 75% of them. Well, how would you fix that, though? That's like you're basically just saying that bald people are bad. Fresh Dagoth Herb promo has been cut and sent for approval. Is this a thing that I should play out loud into my microphone, probably? Or I guess it wouldn't be... Cublet is the ugliest bird, and I love him for it. Cublet is such a good bird. Also, I don't think birds can technically get mange, but they can look mangy. I can play it live, yeah. I can do that. I just click the boy, and it should go. I have no idea how comparatively loud it's going to be versus everything else that's going on.
Come, Nerevar. Moon and stars, come have a look at the Holy Fireman's content. By all tribes unmourned, I wish I could paint tiny little sculptures like them. Their Instagram is as covered in beautiful works as my front yard is with ash.
Christ. It all comes back to Skeksis. It does all come back to Skeksis. Claire, that's delightful. Thank you for making that. Slash, that is too much power for you to have. Wait. I'm having a brain blast. I can't make my desk work the way I want it to today, and I don't know what I even changed.
Gelfling.
Gelfling. It was on the quiet end, but passable. I mean, it'll work better when it's not with 100. Well, it's because it doesn't like doing multiple letters. It's not a fan of that. Ooh, that was just my hands. Okay, alright, that could be worse. That could be worse. I just want it to look good, okay? I'm having a hard time getting sorted and settled.
Shut up and take my money.
John Madden, John
Come,
Madden,
Nerevar.
John Madden, John
Moon
Madden,
and
John
stars,
Madden,
come
John
have a
Madden,
look at the
John
Holy
Madden, John
Fireman's
Madden, John
content.
Madden.
I don't know how I
By
did
all
that.
Tribes unmourned, I wish I could paint tiny little sculptures like them.
I'm pleased it
Instagram is
happened,
as
but I don't know
covered in
how I
beautiful
did
works
that.
As my front yard is with ash.
Lordy. Oh, I'm being real sloppy tonight. This is rough. All right, let's go to the next step upwards. To others wanting similar promos, I also have GLaDOS, Parthenax, and my rate is Puiu. You can't beat Puiu for a rate. Oh, is this literally a color I already had on my palette? Fuck yeah, it is. I love a wet palette. I love having a wet palette and ADHD and not even looking in the direction of my palette and going, oh, this exists. I know pay what you want, but it's now. And you're gonna love that. But you're gonna get plunced. You just have to be okay with that. The plunstening will continue. Bill morale improves. My mom is pay what you want? I mean... That's rude. I'm gonna need GLaDOS saying some stuff, but I need to decide on what. I think if it's horny, it has to cost extra, right? Like, that's gotta be a rule here. I mean, as I think, honestly, if it's horny, it costs extra. It's just a good life rule in general. I'm firmly of the opinion that anything GLaDOS says is horny, but that's because you're a bottom, Claire. I know the rules of commissioning art from friends. Fuck off. With the friend discount, friends pay extra. Because fuck you, I want to support your art. And that is what kind of true friend Adam is. I mean, you can give me all the angry faces you want, Claire, but it won't stop me from being right. If I was offering art, yeah, but it's not so the friend and associate surcharge is 0. Also a fair point. You're gonna bail for now. Might jump in later from the hotel. Gonna stop streaming Twitch on the customer Wi-Fi. I think you should leave it going. You should make several burner accounts and artificially increase my viewership that way. GLaDOS is so much of a top. She dangles from the ceiling. Woo! Yeah, that's accurate. That's the kind of beautiful content that you signed up for by clicking look at this. Also, backtracking to a thought that I had earlier and forgot to voice because it's that kind of night. Can I just say, the real Denethor, I love that username because it implies that there are people who are pretending to be Denethor on the internet and that he knows about it and is mad about it, and that tickles me pink. Oh! Patchwork. Hello, goodbye. I'm sorry, there's ads. Okay, you're back. How you doing tonight? It's wonderful to see you. I never stream mini painting on Friday nights, and it's very surreal to just have humans. Just didn't want to miss my reply. Hey, I appreciate. I don't want to say things to you that you're not aware that I'm saying, because that's impolite. And it's not as much fun as saying it to your face. That's right, Patchwork. You and me, let's go. The Rumble Dome. Apparently I'm threatening you now. I didn't know that's what I was doing until it started to come out of my mouth. But that's where we are. You'll win, I'm too tired. Well, fair. Maybe, well, let's reschedule. I want you at the top of your game. Normally I'd put up a fight. I mean, I might look large and intimidating, but the reality is I'm large and not intimidating. If you aren't threatening or being threatened, it's a true friendship. Miniatures Den was painting Boromir, and I wanted to make a stupid joke, basically drop a "Who's your daddy?" in his chat. So I changed my original nick, not knowing you have to wait 2 or 3 months to change it back. Wait, so Denethor, what is your OG name, or is this just actually who you are now? Because I like an ambulatory squishmallow. That sounds adorable. I'm small and not intimidating at all, but I will bite. Yeah, no, I just don't. I don't. I'm like a one of them big things that's not scary. You know, I'm sure that those exist. I just can't think of them. Then it's stuck because Wapelius always pulls out his Denethor mini when I appear. Fuck yeah. See, it's good to have a shtick. It's very important. Your original game is De Groine Baron. I think I caught your name here and there prior to the Switch. I'm pretty sure. So this is an unofficial, what's up? I don't actually think I know you, but I kind of feel like I know you. So there you go. That's the move we're in right now. A Squishmallow? Oh shit, we got 2 Squishmallows in chat? Not 1, but 2? I think there's room enough in this chat for as many Squishmallows as you want. Oh, me? I'm also a Squishmallow? I refuse to change my Twitch handle because maybe one day I will blight this hell site with my content, and I found gold on my first try and refuse to re-roll. Saying out and making... Wow, my mouth do so good. Hanging out in Makers and crafting a bit like 2 years ago. I mean, that's... I've been streaming around that long, so I feel like I've seen you around. I don't know. I don't have a face to put your name to. That's the thing. I'm really bad with names, but like I remember faces like it's like I'm a bird. I'm not squishy, nothing to squish. Wait, I just said I remember faces like I'm a bird. I just processed that. I don't know. I mean, I guess, yeah, like a crow. Crows remember faces. This is a reasonable thing to have said to y'all. Hey, there you go. Okay, there is 1 brain cell currently, and it is ricocheting rapidly. I'm very squishy, but that costs extra. What's that, oh, what was that? What was that show on, like, HBO ages ago that was, like, examining weird kinks that nobody knew existed because the internet was still new? Was that HBO? I don't remember. This was when I was a teenager. This is, like, 20 years ago that I'm thinking of this. My teenage years on a Naruto fan site. I mean, that tracks for you, Claire, but I was much cooler. I was busy doing the same shit I do now. Not reading Naruto. No, what was I doing as a teenager? I was in theater, painting Warhammer, like in school theater, just to be clear.
Shut up and take my money.
Believe it!
Believe it.
Mine was much more enjoyable. That feels like wasted humor. You were also an adult when NCIS came out, so you were ancient back when the world was young. When did NCIS come out? I don't think I was an adult when NCIS came out. How are we defining adult right now? NCIS first aired. NCIS first aired in 2003. NCIS came out the year that I graduated middle school. So, like, I don't think that counts. Old school paint job is coming out a lot redder than your others. Maybe a thinned purple wash would Ramoon it up. Oh, Ramoon? Ramoon? Maroon it up. Oh yeah, for sure. There's gonna be so much that makes this not bright red soon. I'm just doing a throwback paint job to like sate my inner demons with my outer demons. Like it's gonna be much darker and not quite red. It's gonna be different. Yes, it's gonna be purpler. It's gonna be browner. It's gonna be darker. But you got to work up before you can work down. You know. I'm pretty sure that's John Cougar Mellencamp said that. Still older than you, but yeah, but you are baby, Claire. You actually understand slang. And like no cartoons that I've never even heard of. Like what was that one you sent me the one you sent me those TikToks about that was like the bird and the raccoon? What's the bird and the raccoon cartoon? And I know you know what I'm talking about. But I don't. Yo, Steph, what's up? Oh. Regular show and you would unironically enjoy. That remains to be seen. How you doing? I enjoy John Cougar Mellencamp's song this summer, Make It Plunced, so good. Hey, once you plunced, you just don't stunt, you know? I want to get a knuckle tattoo that says plunced. Or knuckle tattoos that say plunced. You know, Plunst on the other hand. With like 2 question marks and an exclamation point. Is this thing that I'm looking for. Steph, how you doing tonight? It's Friday. You know what that means. I don't know what that means. I switched my cameras around and now my phone camera is also not showing the green cloak. So I'm confused. Is it... I'm going to blame fairies. I think it's easily blamable on fairies. But that's all I got. I don't know why. Claire, can you justify your kin's behavior? Good. Throwing models. Hell yeah. We got so many friendly friends in the chat. It's nice. That's racist and you will be hearing from Claire's lawyer. Who is also Faye. It's just a coincidence. I promise. One of their early episodes was getting into a high score war with the giant head of not Billy Mitchell. Real Billy Mitchell tried to sue Cartoon Network about it, and the judge said, "This character admits to cheating, so if he is a defamation of you, then you should admit to allegations of your own cheating," and he dropped the charges. I don't know who Billy Mitchell is, but that's great. If it is fairy, it's not from my court, so not my problem. There you go. Not my circus, not my monkeys, not my Fae court, not my problem. The important thing to remember here, Clip, because you brought it up, is also that there's a Guild of Fae that attends my Renaissance Fest. Oh, I'm trying to actually go to Renaissance Fest this year because I haven't been since like pre-pandemic, and I miss it. It looks green on your phone, but maybe it's your monitor. Well, it can't be your monitor because we wouldn't see it. The colors being off on your monitor should only affect the monitor display. Oh, I very proudly, frequently, always say that I'm in Maryland. I am a proud Marylander. I will even go so far as to say I'm in Baltimore. Billy Mitchell is the guy that famously totally cheated his way into the Donkey Kong high score fame in early days of that, but swears up and down he didn't. It's a rabbit hole. This is news to me. I don't know anything about this guy. Billy Mitchell is the absolute spunk sock. Spunk sock. Wow! That's a rude, mean name. You absolute spunk sock. Yes, exactly. Hence the crab emotes. We love crabs. Good for me. Yeah, because it's great. I need to find the big Georgia Renaissance Fair and go to it. Oh, shit! Look at that! Smaltimore happens even in not explicitly non-Baltimore places in my chat. This is it. This is a thing. For those of you who aren't from Baltimore and don't know, Smaltimore is the term that we whip out? We also rip it out. Because everybody fucking knows everybody up here. It's wild. Everybody knows everybody. You just have to ask the right questions. We call that Smaltimore. So yeah, Smaltimore is happening in chat right now. It's an MD flavored 6 degrees or Jewish geography. Yeah. Hell yeah. Dude, working at Ren Fair, that's tight. That's tight. That's so dope. I love a Ren Fair. Gonna act in it, but they only had an unpaid position for it, and I said, fuck off. Damn right. Get what you're worth, and it's money. Everyone's worth so much money. Capitalism. Well, actually, no, that's not true. Money doesn't mean anything. Money's worthless and meaningless, but if we're going to use it to ascribe value to things in today's society, everyone's worth a lot more than they currently are getting. It's only up for a couple more weeks according to the website, so I'll have to save PTO for next year. Worth it, though. Worth it. Always worth attending a Ren Fair. Last weekend was opening weekend? Oh, shit. Okay. Trans femmes live in the biggest small town on Earth, so yeah, there's a million ways to say small world. I mean, yes. Yes. But the one that I grew up being familiar with is Smaltimore, so of course that's the one that I use as a frame of reference. We don't have... I don't have time off. I didn't want to work for the man, so now I work for myself, and instead of working 40 hours a week, I work all the time every day. But actually, that's not true, because I fucking love this job, this gig. I can't even call it a job. I don't hate existing now that I'm streaming as a source of joy and income. And that's really worth so much more than anything else. June 4th is the last day. Y'all's, I feel like y'all's starts really early compared to ours, but I also know that a lot of Ren Fair folks like travel from fair to fair. And that probably is part of it. But they are purposefully all at different times. Yep. 2 weeks, I don't have enough time to sew, enough PTO. Oh, there you go. Or we might anyways. Yeah, fair. Alright, I made the classic Bennett blunder of washing the entire fucking model. So now I don't really have things I can work on. Although, actually, I can probably do the black parts on the shoulder pads, right? Let's do that. Can't panic the giant turkey leg market. Stocks are up! Turkey leg stocks, that is. All right, I still didn't. Okay, no, I'm gonna voice this question again because I only got like one answer, and most of the people were here when I asked it. So I will again address chat as a whole. You beautiful people, what is the ugliest bird, and what would you do to make that not the ugliest bird if you were the bird god who could change anything about birds? What's the ugliest bird and how would you fix it? All I got was Evan felt like the ugliest bird is a bird that doesn't have all of its feathers. Man is the ugliest bird. I would give us back our tails. All birds are beautiful. How dare you? Moving to Ohio after this season. Rip. Jamie! Just vibing and eating dinner, but I wanted to say hi, and it's great to see your face. My face is happy to be seen by you and by everyone else, for that matter. But hell yeah, thank you for the lurk. Thanks for swinging by. All a Puchu needs is like a hat. I have to live closer to Jamie. I mean, the real reason I'm sorry is that Ohio is just... It's Ohio. Like, why would you want to be in Ohio? You know? The great land of bullshit that I live in, too. But no, I would be homeless if I didn't go. Okay, like, that's a really good answer. And I'm not here for that. I don't want a good answer. I want something like I am going so that I can fight the governor of Ohio. Moving in with a good friend, that's okay. Actually, that's dope as fuck. That's almost as good as wanting to duel to the death with the governor of Ohio. I don't know who the governor is either. Someone here likes Skyline Chili unironically. Gold Star is better than Skyline, firstly. Neither is very good because Cincinnati Chili is just a coward's bolognese. But Gold Star is better than Skyline. Chili is just American curry. I mean, not kind of, but no. Because chili is like Middle Eastern in origin, and it just translated weirdly into American food when it finally made its way all the way over here. My friend is becoming my patron so I can get my art to a more financially stable place. That's cool as fuck! Oft served in the form of corn, the American grain. Are there... I don't know how that proves anything. How does that prove it's curry? Although now that we're talking about chili and corn, I'm like ready to eat the dinner that I didn't eat because I didn't want. Chili and cornbread equals curry with rice. No, fundamentally disagree. Because people do eat just chili with rice. And people do eat curry with bread. So, like, if you had said chili and cornbread is like curry and naan, I would have bought it. I would have been on board with you. I would have boarded the ship and taken the journey to wherever it is that you are. I would have played with you in this space, but nah. You can't compare cornbread and rice. They are not... You can compare corn and rice. And that doesn't mean anything. Corn and rice are, like, tight. So is wheat. What? And chili is specifically a form of pre-refrigeration preservation. It's kept in dried form and tossed in a pot with water whenever you wanted to eat. But I always want to eat. That's my secret, Cap. It's jerky soup. No, jerky soup is, I can't actually, in good conscience, finish that thought. It makes me feel dirty. I'm not going there. Beef and peppers and spices in a brick you kept under your saddle to tenderize. Mmm. Is keeping it under your saddle a euphemism? Am I losing my mind? Yes. Tight. Love that for me. Hot. I'm still pissed about this cornbread equals rice bullshit. You can make bread out of rice. Like, you can say corn equals rice, yes. You cannot say cornbread equals rice. I will take issue with that until the day I die. Gaucho life. Harness your hatred. I am. Why do you think I'm painting so good now? I'm not just slapping shit on awkwardly. I'm actually, like, highlighting edges and creating contrast and definition. Direct your rage and sustain my youth. I don't want to do that, though. Does being mad about the idea that I would be doing that actually help you? But also, you're legit already younger than me. Like, I don't think you need... Arobus is, in fact, a demon and not the snake that eats itself that you're referring to. Just to be totally clear. You're mixing up your mythological creatures. It only takes so much chat talking about food before I have to take care of my own neglected hunger. Being bratty takes a lot of maintenance. Hey, I mean, honestly, Denethor, if you need to eat, as long as it's chicken and tomatoes and you eat them in the most uncomfortable conceivable way, while there's a close-up and a hobbit is singing, you can do what you want. You have my leave to go eat.
Sir, are you classified as human?
Negative. I am a meat popsicle.
Oh, what shit? Meat sport. And also, Claire, at this point, correcting you has become its own joy. Because knowing that you're gonna give me the "if you understood me enough to correct me" response every time I do it is now, it's become a game. And my axe, bread, blue cheese, and salami, but I'll have a hobbit singing. I mean, that's all you really need to finish a meal. That's all you really need to finish. That's the only way. It's the only way I can finish. is to have a Hobbit singing. It's made things really complicated for my wife and I. No, that was it. That's the whole thought. I can't go anywhere else with this. I genuinely forgot what I was talking about before that. I need to start using the grammar emote reaction image more often. Well, no, because now it's a thing that I've learned that I can trigger it. And the sort of constant exasperation about it is its own reward now. In an unfortunate way, it has sort of created the opposite effect. Because once I internalized it and felt bad about it, I no longer feel an assault of guilt every time you bring it up. I'm just like, yep, I know this is going to happen, and I'm bringing it up specifically so that I can make this happen because it gives me the dopamine. But how's everybody else doing? Is everybody else having a great relationship with their nemesis? I gotta tell you, mine is just fine. Just wonderful. You are the Dr. Draken to my Kim Possible. I'm so happy to be the guy with a hot employee. Just the hottest employee in human history. I haven't watched enough Kim Possible to know anything other than Shigo. That's the whole story. That's the thought. Oh no, and then there's the mouse. Then it could be your Shigo, but they playing. Non-stop playing. Wildest thing about Shigo is that she's canonically 38. Well, aren't most of Brain stopped. Brain stopped. Aren't most of the bad guys in that show adults? So that doesn't seem super weird. Maybe it does. I don't know. I didn't watch enough of it to decide if that's weird or not. I think I'm being an ultra-crepidarian about it. This one next. She's definitely designed closer to the high schoolers than the adults. I mean, sure. She does look more teen than she looks like. She looks more like a peer of Kim Possible than she looks like Kim Possible's mom or something. That's a fair point. I'm not painting on camera. Whoopsie doodles. Rufus is a naked mole rat, not a mouse. What did I say? Mouse? I meant to say naked mole rat, but whatever I said is not what came out of my mouth. Apparently, it's not what my brain wanted me to say. I know he's a naked mole rat because naked mole rats are actually like really fucking horrific looking, and he's a very cutified naked mole rat. The Pikachu of naked mole rats. I don't think there's enough naked mole rats in culture that he can be the Pikachu of them. I don't know if that's how that works. Oh, tonight's a weird one. Have you seen the art people have done where they gave Clefairy's design the same cutification that Pikachu has received over the years? Because woof. Well, first of all, Claire, I've never seen woof in the context of anything other than horny, so that makes me really worried. Secondly, no, I haven't. I like to think that I've established thus far on this channel that I am a monster fucker. I am not a pocket monster fucker. Also, we need to bring back Fat Pikachu. Fat Pikachu was where it was at, Pikachu. Lurk while I join the stream train. I can't use mouth. Hell yeah, I hope your stream goes real good. I hope you get to fight a bat and kiss a bear. They did bring back Fat Pikachu in Pikachu's Gigantamax. That doesn't count. Pikachu should be Fat Pikachu all the time, not only when the corporate overlords allow it. Missed opportunity, Pikachu. Ooh. I'm about it. Sign me up, Uncle Sean. I don't know why that was what I decided I was calling you, but that's where we're going. Uncle Sean. Kaiju's a cool word. And it's a cool thing. It's a nice thing about kaiju, is that it's a cool word and a cool thing. It's just real cool. Oh man, I've painted so many models using this particular, like, at least a variation of the way that I'm doing this highlighting. It is blowing my brain right now. Because I haven't done this on my word bearers since last decade, since the 20-teens. I've not painted a word bearer this way. What did I miss? What did I do wrong? Nothing. I'm impeccable. I'm perfect. The world is my oyster. That was also intensely sexual. I couldn't find a link that wasn't to Facebook, so I sent you the image I had in my mind about Mascot Clefairy. Okay. What? Ah! I hate it! It sucks. It's awful. It also makes me dislike Pikachu more. Makes me dislike thin Pikachu. You fucking pinned it to the chat, you monster? I don't deserve this. I don't think I've committed any sin or crime great enough to warrant this sort of behavior. Well, I also just don't believe in sin as a concept, so it's got to be a crime. I've committed no crimes worthy of this. Oh, man. Juan Diaz. There's only one of him. I don't determine guilt, I just exact punishment. That's fair. Every waking moment is a new horror. Haha. Every breath is against my will in the world of flesh and iron shall suffer for it. This world's gonna suffer for it. I tell you what, I'm a plague upon humanity and I'm gonna make them suffer. That's right, don't you mistake me for nothing. I'm gonna make him suffer. Oh, see, I assumed you didn't mean it. I assumed TI wasn't a typo. I thought you meant that the world is gonna suffer for TI. Like, you are exacting punishment on TI specifically, the hip-hop artist. But it's the world who pays the penance. I don't know why you've been sent to kill TI specifically. Or ruin TI. But his calculator name won't keep him safe. That's TI, but Usher? What about Usher? I think you're making a joke I don't understand. Is this a reference to a song that both of them's men's was in? What did textures and instruments ever do to you? Clip? I feel like it should be glaringly obvious by now. I am not a math gay. There is nothing in my life that TI has ever done. Texas Instruments is against me in every way. It's a Boondocks reference? Oh, okay. I've never watched the Boondocks. Because I don't like anime. No, I don't actually. I haven't been like avoiding the Boondocks. I've just never watched it. Yeah, like this track. Alright, I'm going to finish this highlight. And then I'm going to refill Wifey's drink that got requested an hour and a half ago. And then I'm going to refill my drink. And then I'm going to come back and keep painting this handsome champ. Boondocks is irreverent, but of its time. There's an amount of datedness that comes with watching it now, but I don't think it's extreme enough to detract from it being a good show. I mean, yeah, we've talked about Boondocks before. Like, you and I specifically is the we that I mean by that. And it's not like I have nothing against Boondocks. I've just never docked it. I've never booned those docks. I've never docked at that port. You know? Alright. Time to hop up. I'll be right back. All of you should treat yourselves well while I'm gone. Because when I get back, it's just more torture. You know? Don't mistake. Don't make any mistakes. Just kiss Iron Chef. Iron Chef's so dreamy. Alright, I came back. Stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. I look funny, but yo, I'm making money, see? So yo, world, I hope you're ready for me. The Humpty Dance is your chance to do the hump. Squatch is sitting with you again? Okay, whew, I was worried. It's so weird to have her not just directly in your lap at all times. Very uncomfortable. Snap, crackle, pop! Where is... There's my CPM. Let's go. No, where's the paint I'm looking for? No, not paint. Paintbrush. But how do you get paint from jar onto model? What is the way that people do that? It's a brush, right? Do, do, do. Oopsie doodles. Oh man. So I did something out of the normal and I put ice cubes in my bourbon. It has been less than 2 minutes and they are already half gone and melted. It's not even that hot. Like, I'm in the nice cool basement. This is unreasonable. Something. There you go. Okay, cool. We're good. We're safe. We're not sorry. Safe, but not sorry. Which I guess is normally the way that is. It's better safe than sorry, not better both at once. Because wouldn't that be funny? Not usually the way people do that. Let's go. Let's do it. As always, experimentation. Think you're gonna do it one way, then you don't do it that way. You think you're gonna do one thing, but instead you do the other. Yo, I'm really excited to play Mortuary Assistant tomorrow. Like, I'm prepared, but I'm not prepared, you know? It's gonna be scary. I'm gonna scream a lot. And next week I'm gonna start playing Alien Isolation. I would say Alien Resurrection. Totally different experience, Alien Resurrection. Surprisingly enjoyable movie. I'll on the 1000th rewatch, but it's definitely not as bad as everybody says it is, but it's not a good movie. That's not the point. The point is, what is the point? Next week we're going to start playing Alien Isolation. Which I have actually played before, but it's been a while, and it maybe is the game that's made me panic and just freak out and be scared the most. So I think that's a thing that the chat deserves to see. The world needs to see it. When last I played it, I was alone. Well, not alone. Autumn Ivy is indeed the demon. Where would I put a hobby hall? Honestly, anywhere. That could be general, that could be whip, that could be just anywhere you want to put it. Also on that desk right there because it's heavy. Please stop carrying it. I would just put it in general and be stoked about it. We are, of course, referring to the Discord. That dope-ass Discord that you could join if you were so inclined. Yeah, so part of the reason that it failing miserably the last time I tried to play it was just like such a negative experience was that like I even tweeted at Autumn Ivy that I was gonna fucking play it, and she retweeted that, and like it got some traction, and then I couldn't fucking run the game. Like, oh god, it hurts so bad to be like, I'm gonna do this. Just kidding. Just kidding. Never mind. Not actually doing this. That was right in the gut, right in the heart, right in the lumbago. Right in the social anxiety, in fact. And I haven't streamed since. This has all just been a figment. And you should all probably see a professional. But yeah, part of the controlling of how bright red this armor is that it gets at least 2 like full Agrax washes to sort of dial down and dirty up that red, but also blue into crevices to emphasize the shadows, and I do think I'm gonna, and I don't highlight with orange. I highlight with skin tones, which also helps make it less like fire truck red and more like wine red. And I'm gonna do something I didn't used to do, and like when I get to the metallics, I'm gonna rust them. I'm gonna rust them up, and I'm using a different skin tone recipe than I used to use back when I was a hobby beginner. Basically, the idea is that I wanted to have the experience of like painting my OG word bearers, but have it also match my new army and have it look decent. So we're doing some experiments, we're splitting differences. Everything's always an experiment. It is my firm opinion that you should not make an art the same way twice. Always try something new, always be for more aesthetic perfection. And that's why Slanesh is my favorite Chaos God. Surprise! Weedy beep beep. Weedy beep beep beep. This is also a pleasant reminder of like, you know, that you can fucking take your time in your army. Just because I've painted like fucking 600 word bearers or whatever bullshit, like, I don't have to always be painting for maximum speed. Because I'm definitely more of a batch painter than like a display painter. But that's because I'm so used to painting armies and not individual display minis. But it's nice to slow down. A little bit of color alteration for the stone that he's standing on. To make the cracked earth a little yellower. I think that'll be a good touch. Just to make the base a little more interesting color-wise, because like shape-wise it's already good to go, but color-wise it could use some variation. And I know I'm gonna put turf. That's not right. Static grass on there, but oh yeah, I base my minis with dead turfs. That is being an ally. them shoulder edge. Primordial Annihilators and Trans Rights. Yes. Yes. The truth that Lorgar was looking for was trans rights. All he ever wanted was trans rights. I think that's the heresy meme that I'm aiming for. Because he's got the all I ever wanted was the truth speech, right? Resist the urge to make the lines too much. I definitely need to blend those a little better. But that's what glazing is for.
Hello there.
Vibe! How you doing, buddy? What a treasure it is to see you. A treasure, a pleasure. I meant to say pleasure, but treasure is the word we're going with. Yeah, well, we got very tip top of the stream. We got raided by Darling Creepshow. And so in addition to the vibe tonight just being the weirdest, we also just got just the most folks in here. Maybe very possibly the most people who've ever been in chat at one time. I'm excited for Twitch analytics to be like, what happened here? Can you explain this to me? Because I can't explain it to you. I'm pretty much Bob Ross right now. I would, if I could be Bob Ross, what a good life that would be. Well, I guess he's dead. But still, that would at least be peaceful. I want to aspire to even a fraction of the calm and joy that Bob Ross inspires in people. Honestly, calm I can even pass on if I can just inspire joy. How's your Friday night going though, Vibe? Modular? Hot take, I understand people hate Rowling personally. It doesn't affect my love of the series, and I haven't and will not support her any further. And IMO people do what they want with their money. It's up to them. And as the phrase goes, death of an author. That is a hot take. I think there are certainly ways that you can appreciate and enjoy problematic art. And you can appreciate and enjoy art made by problematic people. Harry Potter is one of those things that's both. It is problematic art made by a problematic person. It's... Fuck J.K. Rowling herself. I'm not giving her money. But, like, I'm not forsaking the positive memories I have of Harry Potter from being 10, but I'm also not, like, clinging to Harry in my future now life. My future now life. What was I about to do? I do not fucking remember. I think I want to meat. I think meat. I think meat's where we go. We go in the direction of meat. Just work a little more on the flesh. Doing well, just reading some comic books, chilling while your wife is playing Link's Awakening on the other screen. Rowling blatantly ripped off Star Wars, convinced me otherwise. Ah! Daniel Radcliffe is living his best life post Harry Potter. Daniel Radcliffe is a wonderful dude. I'm a fan of that boy. Link's Awakening was my first Zelda game. Even before... What's that one called that everybody played? Ocarina of Time. Oh, what's that one Zelda game everybody really likes? Can't remember. Even before Ocarina of Time, which came out like while I was just getting into video gaming as a Wii creature. Ironically, I was a Wii creature prior to the Wii existing. I got a Game Boy to play Pokemon on, and it came with Link's Awakening, and that was like an eye-opener for me. That was my first Zelda. And it was stupendously difficult, and I didn't understand it, but that's because I was like 9. And then I picked it up a couple years later and was like, why did I think this was so hard? What the hell, younger me? What is this shit? Also, now that since I've painted so many, this is a total non sequitur. We're leaving Link behind entirely. There is no link to the next thought. Having painted so many of the Demon Prince kits that came after this one, it's wild to finally be like experiencing so many things that I recognize from other models, but like got their beginning here. Still haven't taken the plunge into Warhammer. We're in full payoff debt mode for the next 21 months. That is extremely reasonable and very, very responsible of you. And frankly, I applaud you. It's a weird world we're in right now. And paying off debt is not fun, but it is crucial. Or actually, I'll even be the pessimistic anti-capitalist and say paying off debt is not crucial. It's being in a manageable amount of debt so your credit score increases constantly is really what's important. I like that, but the debt was high interest, so it's like one step forward, two steps back. Totally legit. You don't really want one step forward, two steps back. You just want steps forward. Once that's paid off, the world is our fuck buddy oyster. You're gonna have so much bivalve relations with the world. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna do it this way. Why not? What's new with me? What is new with me? I picked up the I got a new computer. We're now streaming not on the crummy laptop that honestly worked much better than it had any right to for much longer than it had any right to. But we are now streaming from a powerful fresh boy that has been. I want to hear about this new OC. Okay, so my new OC is called The Grinch. No, so I got thanks to viewers like you subscribing and tipping and doing these bits is I got a new computer and it streams better, it streams smoother. Everything's in higher res and better FPSs, and check general when I get a chance. I don't know why my phone is buzzing when I have Discord open in the other monitor. But yeah, it's good stuff. I can actually play games like Disco Elysium. Couldn't play it before.
To the false emperor!
Now, oh my word. I can play games more recent than like 2017, which is just, it feels good. It's nice. It's exciting. Is it possibly overkill for what I need in my life? Maybe. Maybe, but what I do with my time. Alright, I'm gonna check out this hobby haul that you posted in the Discord. Got lead belcher and we got gunmetal. Oh, are you testing the differences between lead belcher and gunmetal? I haven't used Army Painter's metallics. I don't have any experience with them. I know I can vouch that I like lead belcher. Is good paint. Is good color. A little darker. A little bit of known oil on the shoulder pads. Well, when you have done the testing, let me know and report back. I've used a lot of Army Painter sprays, but haven't used a lot of their like tube paints, tub paints, jar paints, whatever. Let me get my paint book out. That way, I have a swatch at hand. Nice. Bring the red up more. Still looks very red on screen, but it's not quite that red IRL. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go a little warmer. Army Painter rattle cans are ass, at least the matte black and matte white that I've used. I have always sworn by their rattle cans. But I've had enough people tell me that they're all really bad that I'm like, I must be missing something, or maybe I'm just really good at this. Both have a chalky finish. I also haven't gone back to them since swapping to the like $2 spray cans from like Lowe's or Home Depot. Makes the mini look dusty. Usually that's either an insufficiently shook can or like a humidity issue. But I'm also just fully willing to believe that I've lucked out on my cans or something like that. Oh, I can hear that tear blast ammo. Interesting, because I shake the shit out of them. Well, I don't know. Maybe I just get the good shipments. But again, I haven't used them in a while. Like, I think the last time I used Army Painter was 2020, 2019. Actually, that's not true. I still use their metallic spray paint a lot. Now that I'm thinking about it, I just don't use their black or their white. I use their gunmetal metallic spray all the time because it's cheaper than G-Dub. I still hate GW paint pots. They're the worst. They're fucking wasteful. Yeah, they suck. GW's paint pots are the worst thing about GW's paints. Yeah, the fact that they haven't just gone over to dropper bottles is just embarrassing, honestly. Chaotic Red is the good. Yeah. Chaotic Red is the right red for the sort of army that Cliff and I play. Probably a case of corporate greed. Oh, I mean, it's pretty definitively that. If it's in the case of GW, if you ever are wondering, it's corporate greed. They've gotten better at pretending it's not the case recently, but that's basically all their decisions still. Yeah, exactly. It womps. It's not very plunced of them. The pots are bad and dry quickly. It forces you to buy more. Indeed it does. Or it just forces you to buy someone else's paint. Which is what a lot of people have done. Myself included. Granted, I'm still using GW paints for things. I use a variety of paints. Mostly Vallejo and GW, just because for the longest time that's what's been easiest for me to get my paws on. But I'll use anything as long as it looks the way I want it to. Then I'll use it. Ooh, baby. Sharp. Always painting sharp models. It never fucking stops. But I haven't drawn blood recently, so that's nice. The only ones I buy anymore are the 3 primary and the occasional color that no other line carries. Yeah. I mean, they do, like, I do sort of pick and choose. Like, I like their contrast paints, but I haven't tried any other companies' contrast style paints, so I can't even say that they're the best on the market. I can just say I've used them and I like them. And, like, they do have a couple paints that I think are genuinely just, like, really good. Like their Retributor Gold. Fantastic coverage for a gold paint. Really love that paint. Would probably still continue to pick up that paint even if I never touch another Games Workshop model. But guess neither here nor there. And yeah, there's something to be said about not having to mix this, like, obscure, weird color. Army painters are decent, but aren't meant for simple one-and-done paint jobs. Yeah. Or not, as the case may be. Whichever one it is that implies that I agree with you. You are in the affirmative. But I heard they fixed the reactivation issue on the speed paints, though. That, like, they don't slip and slide off if you put another paint over top, but maybe I was wrong about that. GW, yeah, they do have a glossier finish that is a big old pain unless that's specifically what you're looking for. I mean, it's pretty easy to handle that with matte varnish, but not everybody keeps matte around all the time. Speed Points 2.0 also have metallic speed paints, which I'm really curious about. That I did not know about, and I am also curious about that. Although, admittedly, you can get a pretty solid metallic speed paint just by, like, Zenithal priming. That, and I'm superstitious when it comes to sealing a mini, at least in terms of D&D. Oh, really? Please go on. I'm very curious. You gotta seal it to keep the luck in, right? Every time I've sealed the mini I've done for D&D, the character dies right off the rip in some stupid way or midway through the campaign. Oh, woof. The most rough experience I ever had with that, because it's absolutely happened to me, was I had a Dark Heresy character who, a psyker who survived for just a wildly long time. She should not have survived as well as she did, but she did. So, because she lost her arm in a combat, I wanted to make her a new mini to show she'd gained unreasonable amount of experience, and like gained just like a lot of stuff had happened. She needed a new mini. So I converted her a new mini and I painted it up all nice, and the first night that I brought it to the game, she got turned into a demon host because of a failed perils roll and then died. It was moderately devastating. But also, that's Dark Heresy for you. Like, there's some systems where it's just like, yeah, this character is invincible. Nope, JK! It's over now. All right. Let's do. Let's just hit the actual meaty skin real quick, so I can give the armor a little bit of time to dry. Hit it with another wash. That is my way of painting. Layer, wash, layer, wash, layer, wash. Wet blending? What are you talking about? Why would I need to? Bear in mind, oh shit. Also, from one DM to another, do you ever run into a scenario where you think you know your players, but the campaign you wrote is Dark Souls level hard, and they die right from the rip, something that's a lesser enemy? Bear in mind, I'm not one to throw the souls around often. No, I very rarely intentionally pull punches with my characters or with my. As a DM, I very rarely pull punches. And I very consistently try to give them overpowered situations to deal with. Because I just find that my whenever they play with me, my players are lucky. Like, bad ideas almost always work. And they shouldn't, but they do, because when I'm the DM, the players are lucky. That's how I feel about it. I don't set out to make things really difficult. I just, like, try to make the flavor fit the, I don't know, fit the mood of that night of gaming. But I'm also fucking super loosey-goosey with the rules in the first place. Like, will change monster stats mid-combat if I feel like combat's not fun enough. And have been known to, like, just drop hit points from monsters to speed up combat, or give them significantly more hit points. Like, I don't try to make something that is mechanically truthful or viable. I just try to make something that feels good and has people enjoying themselves, like, visibly. That's my DM move, and I like a lot of role play, so I'm very focused on that as well. Yeah, I don't know. I just play games. I just play games. I don't know anything more than that. But just do it. Red time. Do 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 do. Man, this camera really is a liar. Like, it is not this bright red in actuality. Maybe it's because I'm painting at night. I don't usually stream painting at night. Usually it's gaming. That might be... Here's the thing, the last time I've had my issues with my players was they all died to a feral goblin horde of 5 that wasn't meant to be aggressive, but my players pissed them off for no reason. Well, like, okay, so... that is one of those times where I would try to make it really clear as a human being, not a DM, but as like a friend who is sitting at a table with friends, playing a game. Like, y'all, this combat is absurd. My Monday night stream is almost always painting. Fuck, you're right, Clip. Pretend I didn't say shit. I didn't say anything. It's Friday. It's just Friday. Look, tonight's just got a weird energy. Okay? It's just too plunced. There's no more room for anything else but plunced in here. We've just got to cope with all this plunced. This reckless plunced. Yeah, I feel real foolish about that. That's a very obvious thing. What was I gonna say? Oh, right. So that's one of those times that I would just, like, as a person, not as a DM, be like, y'all, do you want to do a do-over? Because that was absurd. You really did, like, I don't know. I would put effort into being the kind of person, the kind of DM who's like, are you sure you want to do this? In and out of character, I would make it really clear that they're getting their butts whooped, but I'd also be like, y'all, you did this because you pissed them off. This didn't have to happen. This doesn't need to be permanent. I don't know. I've never had an accidental TPK. I don't think ADD isn't fun. No, it's a hassle. It's a right hassle. Sometimes it's cool because I can get like 16 hours of work done in like 2 hours, and then most of the time it's just garbage. It's just, let's have lots of thoughts and never... let's have a lot of half-aborted thoughts. I would be in trouble in particular states because of all the aborted thoughts I have. Trying to punish one particular player for being a dick. Well, that's where you fucked up. You don't punish players. You have conversations with them as humans. That's not... You don't do that. You never punish someone in game when you could just have a conversation with them out of game. And I feel like that is a thing that doesn't get expressed enough by the community as a whole. But like, if you have a problem with a player being a dick or a character being a dick, you just talk to the player. And if they refuse to stop being a dick, you stop playing with the player. There's no... That's it. That's all there is. Fuck them. Life's too short to play fun games with people who don't want to play fun games the way you want to play them or with you. Could have got them shanked in the middle of the night. I mean, that also sucks, though. Like, that's not fun. Nobody wants to be like, oh, my character just died for no reason. Nothing that I could have done to stop it. Like, that just feels like punishment. And not in, like, a cause and effect way, but in, like, a this isn't fun, why am I playing kind of punishment way. Like, nah. You could have, but I'm glad you didn't. One more love on the black. I think that's the way to go. There's this Australian D&D web series the algorithm foisted on me, and it's way more fun than I thought it would be. Well, do go on, Clip. Do go on. Don't stop there. While I'm no fan of the algorithm, I am a fan of all the other words in that sentence, including foist. Sometimes getting foisted is a wonderful, wonderful life experience. Player had been told a lot out of game the previous session as well. Out of character by my other players. Bear in mind, this was a Hey D&D Adventures League that I was hosting. Oh, Adventures League is just a totally different beast, though. I understand the utility of Adventure League, but I would never willingly Adventure League. I would not want to play semi one-off games with randos. That sounds awful. The fighter is played by a burlesque actress who has her side shaved. So when she's the player, she has her hair down, and when she's the character, it's up and it looks like a dang magic trick. Alright, I'm very curious. Oh, wow! What a handsome lady. Also, that's a dope-ass outfit. How do you... Oh, that's how. Nice. That's great. Normally, I wouldn't punish the player or the character, but when you're told off both out of character by the DM and your fellow players, no, you can't be doing that shit. I'm going to kill your character without hesitation. There is a time and a place for all sorts of behaviors, and when you've been asked nicely, the time stops, and the place is not right there. You know? Garbage. Think. Making the skin a little more skin-like so that I can then make it a little less skin-like. Which is such a goofy-ass way to say the things I'm saying. Those ears must have been a pain in the ass to do. Yeah. The people who have the patience to do elf ears for dressing up always wows me. I mean, honestly, just most special effects for the purpose of... Most special effects just are something I can't grok. Like... Those elf ears or half elf ears, I wouldn't be able to tell you the difference. At the risk of invoking fantasy racism, a knife ear is a knife ear. I know or care not the difference. Which is mostly also to say that, like, there's so much variance between what individuals view as elf ears or half elf ears. Like, whatever. I don't know. They've upped the costuming and makeup each season. It's nice. So what's the brain, 2 words, same series, obligatory pyromaniac tiefling sorcerers. I was gonna say, so what's the name of the series? Because my glance does not reveal to me that. Hell yeah. I know the ears I use are wood elf ears that are super pointy. It's just called Deerstalker Pictures? Oh. Oh god, it's making sounds. Stop making sounds. Got it. Oh, wait. Did somebody... I feel like someone mentioned this to me not that long ago. It might have been clipped. It looks familiar. I will not pretend. I will not pretend I know anything. All I know is that I know nothing. Bring the schlunkets back, lunkus. Let's never say words again. It doesn't pan. I thought Deerstalker Pictures was the photographer, not the associated D&D live play. As a thick woman myself, it's super hard to find period accurate attire that isn't suffocating. Yeah. I do not have that experience, but I do have the experience of just having a hard time finding period accurate clothes that are comfy. To say nothing of aren't suffocating, and also not femme. So very different life experience, but I don't know. Finding clothes in general as a large person sucks. Being fat is such a pain in the ass. I'll say it. I'll go there. I'll say it loudly and proudly. The world is not very nice to fat people. And I want to fight about it. Fighter's Insta is also for her burlesque stuff, so it might be your jam. Look, there's a reason I haven't closed that tab yet, Clip. I just wasn't gonna say it out loud. I already have Perpetually Thirsty in my bio. I don't need to be acting upon that at all times. It can be implied. Or very likely June bugs. Also fair. Well, we have the same, almost exactly the same taste in women. So if it's my jam, it's probably hers too.
Take your pick. Billy boy.
Wait, did motherfucker? Trying to ask if I stuttered made me stutter. Did I stutter? Because I didn't even catch it. Oh, Junebug, I was just saying that our taste in women is not exactly the same, but real close. Like a strongly overlapping Venn diagram. Similar crushes, yeah. Which does make ogling easier, because you always have somebody watching your back, being like, "Whoa, look at that person." I didn't even have to modulate my taste to know that I needed to look out for this person. I could just say, "Hey, look at this person." I'll send it to you on Discord. Ow, sharp, sharp, sharp! Thanks, Clip. I appreciate you keeping my wife just as thirsty. Honestly, you could just post that in the in the channel chat. Of course, it's the don't overlift your assets, making it harder to put on a blouse. I feel like it's I feel like the art of a subtle corset is something that is not common. I think a lot of people are under the impression that if it doesn't make your titties up to your neck, then, like, what's the point? Clip, I was trying to say you can just put it in the stream chat, but Mouth didn't want me to say it. Or in the hashtag Holy Firemen. Holy Fire streams, whatever the fuck. Being able to talk is overrated. It's Friday night. Yeah, it is Friday. It is fully and completely Friday. It's never been more Friday than it is right now. I'm a low G, so it's almost impossible to find a comfy corset that doesn't make the twins look like massive Dobon Honkaros. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with massive Dobon Honkaros. You know, a honkin' pair of tongos is a fine sight to behold. But they can be inconvenient. They can be unwieldy. Yeah, it's Friday because it's Shabbos. Yes, exactly that. You're telling me. I mean, I am very literally preaching to the choir on that one. Yes. Just describe your figure as operatic. Those who know, know. I've always been a big fan of Rubenesque as a descriptor of being a thick femme. Rubenesque, of course, refers to Paul Rubens, aka Pee-wee, of Pee-wee's Playhouse. No, this is not. This is not true. I am goofing. Please do not take that seriously. Okay, now I'm beginning to feel that rumble in the tummy that was like, hey, you didn't eat dinner. Remember how you didn't eat dinner? You should eat dinner. Grandpa's ghost just walked through you? Oh, woof. That is an experience for a Friday Eve. Hopefully that's a relatively friendly and chill, pun intended, chill experience and not very stressful. So I've definitely had ghostly encounters that were more chill than others. Because like sup, I'm here is a very different experience than like I'm here and I'm mad about it. And also to anyone who's surprised to hear me claim to have had ghostly experiences, like, you can't be surprised by this, really. I call myself a chaos sorcerer. This can't be surprising to anyone that I believe in Fortean experiences. I have successfully made the skin and the armor look way too similar, so I'm going to have to change those. I can tell it's him because when he does, he always walks through me in a particular way. There you go. That's nice. It's a nice little identifier. I'm here for that. Let's just make the skin a little bit more pale and unhealthy looking. I used to, when I was a little kid, we lived in the house that my grandfather died in, and he will usually go straight through the middle and tussle my hair like when I was young. That's really cute. I grew up in the house that my grandfather died in, and I almost always, as I was falling asleep, would hear somebody calling my name from just somewhere in the house. And like I can definitely chalk a lot of that up to just hypnagogic hallucinations. Which, there's your word of the day. Concept of the day. Your hypnagogic hallucinations are sort of hallucinations that you have as you are falling asleep, because the process of going from awake to asleep is not always the cleanest for your brain meats, and sometimes stuff just doesn't work out. This is sort of the same kind of whoopsie doodles that leads to sleep paralysis, except sleep paralysis is the other direction. It's hypnopompic rather than hypnagogic. Coming out of sleep rather than going into sleep. That, and he'll flip my ponytail over my shoulder. Nice. But yeah, so I often, as I was falling asleep as a kid in that house, I would hear my name called from a distance in the house. And a lot of the time it would result in me getting up and going and finding my parents and being like, hey, did you call my name? And they'd be like, nope, still not us. We've never called your name after you've gone to bed. And I'd be like, okay, good night. Yeah, and then I come to find out years later, talking to my mom, that he was a big old prankster, and that sounds exactly like some kind of shenanigans he would get up to, and here we are. Oh, there's so much more paint on my brush than I want. Thank you. This dude has such a powerful, like, stereotypically Chad chin. It's wild. Alright, is there anything else that I'm, like, dying to get done on this guy before tonight? Because it is now officially the time at which I usually call it and raid him. I'm gonna go red on the armor one more time, just for good measure. Red or Agrax or both? Let's mix them together. You know, why not? When in doubt, the answer is both. Why stop at one when you can have two? Wash and Blurmple? So plan with purple is I want to hit all the flesh, all the armor, with super thin purple to unify all those colors towards the end, before I do metallics and make those all rusty and busty. So I want to make the armor more red now because I want to make everything just slightly more purple at the end, if that makes sense. I don't know if it's actually going to practically work the way that I'm imagining, but as I've said a lot tonight, that's art, baby! Sometimes you just gotta punst like there ain't no tomorrow. You gotta ask not for whom the punst tolls. It tolls for thee. I was inventing a word to cover the mix of washes. Oh, valid. I am specifically aiming to give him a purple at a time, because he's definitely not purple enough. I agree with you. He needs Mas Purpelos in his life. I don't know if that's how you say that normally, but I have a plan for it, and we're going to see if it works out. If it doesn't work out, then, you know, whatever. Fuck it. As long as it looks cool, I'm happy. And say it with me. That's art, baby! Blurmple also sounds like a Pokemon. Just to fully put that thought out there, because it's been floating for me. What's the ruling, Claire? I'm willing to bet Claire is out skis. And if I'm wrong, then dope. But if I'm not wrong, then I'm not wrong. Yeah. Yeah. I'm feeling good about them. I'm feeling good. It's nice. I love working on this model. This is such a cool fucking mini. Without Claire, how are we to know what's a Pokemon and what's a One Piece reference? You can go by your gut sometimes. If it's piratical, it's One Piece. If it's a word that sounds like blurple, it's Pokemon. I mean, either way, it's plunced. I mean, you know, it's gonna plunced no matter what. There's gonna be plunced. Alright, I am going to figure out who we're gonna raid tonight. Alright, Witty's playing Mass Effect. Dr. Rhino's painting Mortarian. Freely is Mommy opens her first Kingdom Death minis. And it looks like Patchwork is not... Okay, it's gotta be Freely, right? Like, Kingdom Death? It's time to get hornier, everybody! Yeah, absolutely rating Freely. Oh, please? Okay, we gotta please. Let's fucking go. Let's get Freely. Let's get Steph. Tomorrow night, I'm gonna be back playing Mortuary Assistant. I'm gonna be scared. I'm gonna be real fucking scared. I expect to be doing a lot of screaming and panicking. My friend is begging her husband to name their new kitten Yuri on mice. Yuri would be a great name for a cat, though. Like, dang. I fuck with that. Let's raid Freely. Ooh, advertisements. Alright, we're gonna wait for the advertisements. Ooh, I see Turbo Dork paints, too. Let's fucking go. Alright, I think I've said everything that there is to say. I love you. Thank you for being here. Raiders, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for everything. Without you, I wouldn't be able to do this. Well, I mean, it would really just be me in my basement talking to myself, which I've done plenty of in my life. And it's not this fun. Don't forget, if you need some socials, boom, I got you. I used an unrecognized command. That's exciting. Socials, boom, there. That's it. That's all there is. Let's go raid stuff. And then have a good night. I got some whiskey to drink, and it's gonna be a good time. Now. Oh snap. I love those words. I love those words. Y'all have a great night. Y'all have a great weekend. I'll see a lot of you tomorrow.